The ripples generated by the choice of Senator Kashim Shettima as running mate to the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is yet to settle. In the face of this, some All Progressives Congress APC governors have declared support for Senator Shettima as the running mate to Tinubu for the 2023 general election. The governors who stormed Daura for a meeting with President Buhari said they have confidence in the combination of Tinubu and Shettima to ensure victory for the APC in the presidential election. GKB, let me start with you. What does this mean for APC and Tinubu?
Well, it means endorsement and validation. Don't forget, as the candidate, it is his prerogative to select his running mate. I haven't gone through the process. I'm sure you heard about the placeholder. The guy was put in place until this is just. And being the strategist that he is, I'm sure he will have weighed all the pros and cons and see that this is the best way forward for himself and the party. The governors, of course, are a very powerful bloc in the APC, but I'll say the most powerful. Because normally I call Nigerian democracy a gubernocracy, a government by the governors, for the governors, and by the governors. And once you have the endorsement of the governors of your party, the battle is halfway won. Because that's the people that are going to control the whatever is happening in their states up to a reasonable level. So once the party is behind you, and by the party I mean the governors in their states, then you're halfway there.
All right, BK, I'm sure we must have heard about some reports of tension as soon as Tinubu announced Kashim Shettima as his running mate. Now, what could have happened if the president did not do the needful? I mean, to intervene.
In the what?
In this, in the supposed tension. Some APC governors who were not so impressed or happy with the announcement of Kashim Shettima as Tinubu's running mate.
Well, there's a lot of speculation in the air.
That doesn't make sense.
I do not see evidence of bad blood generated as a result of the choice of Shettima. We were told that, the Northwest governors were angry because they told, governors told Asiwaju to pick one of their own as his running mate. But don't forget that Shettima was also a governor. And at some point, he was governor with some of the current governors. He was governor with some of the current governors at some point. People like El-Rufai, people like Ganduje, So when I heard some of those stories, I knew, well, that this is just pure Agbeleko, what my boss, Bayo Nanoga, would call Agbeleko. People sit in the
beer palace
room, and just concoct a story and cite some sources somewhere.
Anonymous sources.
You see? They will cite some sources, sources that don't want to be mentioned. Out of the 9 governors that visited the president, 5 were from the Northwest. So, who are the people that were angry, yet went to tell the president that, look, we support the choice of Shettima? El-Rufai was there. Masari was there. Ganduje was there. 5 governors from the Northwest present. So, who are the people that you're talking about? Who are the people that are angry that they didn't pick one of them? Who are the people? It's not possible in this kind of contest. It's not possible to please everybody. And that was why I said, if I were Asiwaju, I would have picked my deputy a long time ago. Whenever he chose to pick his deputy,
people will complain.
Those who will complain will complain. And some of the people who will complain, in fact, most of the people who will complain are people without any plan to vote for him.
Not one.
That's why I gave the example of Sule Lamido yesterday, that Asule said it was a wrong choice. What is your own? You are in the PDP.
You are
a member of the PDP. You've never left the PDP since 1998. You are very loyal to the party. If Asiwaju makes a mistake, it should make you happy, because that should help you to win. This is about democracy. I agree with Father Kuka that Nigerians will judge. whether this is a good choice by Asiwaju or not.
No.
It is the Nigerian people who will decide. All the head banging on the wall that we are seeing, I don't think it's necessary. People should go ahead, support their own candidate, work hard to support their candidate so that their candidate will then be able to win the election. Not be this is an internal matter of a political party.
Yeah.
You know, he has chosen who he thinks can help him to win. But the Nigerian people will decide.
All right, gentlemen, before we move on in this discussion, let's quickly listen to one of the governors, Professor Babagana Zulum of Borno State, on the choice of Shettima as Tinubu's running mate.
I'm convinced that Bola Tinubu will find in him very good characters. His humility, his dedication and hard working need not to be overemphasized. Most importantly, he's a true nationalist. When he was the governor of Borno State, he has appointed many non-indigents as special advisors and advisors. There's one very important in him that I need to mention it, which is inclusivity in his administration.
All right, you can get the full interview on Borno restoration on TVC News on Sunday at 8 p.m. All right, Jikavi, you heard Professor Zulum there.
Yeah, it's correct, of course. It was the successor to His Excellency Shettima. And so he knows him very well. He worked under him for many years. So he's the right person to do the endorsement. But like Gide said, I don't understand Nigerian politics anymore because your enemy is making an error, according to you. Why not let him enjoy his error in peace? Like I wrote on social media, if this pair does not work for you, you have other choices. Pick that one, then do whatever you want.
Yeah.
People are masturbating all over the place, so that it's not their business. You are not a member of the APC. It's not your business.
You are not likely to vote for him?
You are not going to vote for him anyway. And yet you are the one crying about Muslim ticket, crying about Tinubu, and crying about what the Yoruba people are doing to Nigeria. Then pick your PVC, we will meet on the field.
Yes. If you go and teach them a lesson.
All right.
Show them.
All right, GKB, because you've mentioned the issue of Muslim tickets and the concerns still out there, Abike, is there some sort of adjustments that can be done to favor all parties, especially when it comes to federal character?
Yes, of course. I want to believe that there is still time to make critical adjustment that will give people a very good sense of belonging, you know, in the final analysis. There are so many board appointments that even this administration
have not done one thought.
Yes. So there would be opportunities. We have key political positions there. SGF, head of service, all of those. The president,
the legislature.
Yes, the president has the power to make loyal party men happy. And there are boundless opportunities for him to be able to do that. There are other ways, other areas where people can be rewarded. It's not only via running mate. Some of these governors who could not become running mate now, they could become minister. They could become secretary of the government of the federation. Some of them going to the Senate, they could become Senate president.
All right, BKO, please kindly hold your thoughts. We have Taiwo from London. Hello, Taiwo.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi. Yes. I'd like to contribute regarding the school that has been closed for so long. In my opinion, I think it's because the children of the president, the senators, all the people in the high places, they don't study in Nigeria. If they study in Nigeria, schools will not be closed for a day. We all witnessed Wicked Son written from the UK. Would the school be closed for a day? This is what was in the university in Nigeria. I'd just like to say to them is they need to leave a good legacy. Please do the right thing. If it's in the hands of the president to do what is they should go ahead and do it. At least do something right for a change. So
All right.
we're
Thank you very
begging
much, Taiwo.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, before we go, BKO, GKB, I'd like to have this thought. What do you think can be done to manage the level of distrust and suspicion between the two major religions we have in Nigeria? Because these two religions are practically the cause of all of this unrest.
I don't think that our leaders have done well to manage our diversity. I don't even think this administration has done well to manage our diversity. And the more we do things that appear to support one side against another, the more we worsen things for ourselves. Many years ago, Nigerians were not bothered about where this one came from, where that one came from. I've said before that we had a president as a Christian, is number 2 as a Christian during the Gawan regime. And nobody cared about it. Even when Buhari was head of state, Idiaban was a Muslim, was number 2 man. How many people complain about it? It wasn't even an issue at that time. And when Abiola picked King Gibe, it wasn't an issue at all. I was in Kano, and I saw Kano people reject their own son in favor of Abiola. That's the way it should be. But over the years, politicians have played one religion against the other in a very responsible manner. And that is why we have found ourselves where we are. We distrust one another so much. And you can't build a nation on massive distrust. We've got to do our best to bring our people together. I am convinced that Asiwaju, for example, is not a bigot. I have no evidence of that. So if he becomes president, for example, if he pleases Nigerians to elect him, I'm not sure that what we didn't know about him, we will start seeing as soon as he becomes president. No.
All right,
I'm not sure of that.
GKB, let me have your final thoughts in 30 minutes. In 30 seconds.
Our founding fathers have done their job. It's for those who practice. We have Federal Character Commission, basically ensured. We have APC. We have institutions that are there to guarantee that things are done properly.
All right.
But only the people who operate it will have to be Nigerians first.
All right.
And be tribalists later.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you for your robust contribution on the show. Thank you, GKB, for coming on the show. Yeah. Thank you, BKO. All right, that's all on Journalist Hangouts. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangouts on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.